Okay, now I'm ready. Pretty much everybody has seen this morning routine, but I'm here to show you this routine in crypto that will set you up for success. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Compass, your guide to everything crypto. Today I'm gonna go over a set of rules and strategies that you can follow so that you can be successful in this market. Now, as far as a routine goes, I like to always start by looking at the overall trend in the market. And you can usually get a good gauge of this by looking at the daily percent gain or loss of a specific asset. And then you can compare that to how it moved over the previous week and month. It's very important to look at short-term time frames as well as long-term, because maybe an asset is recovering on the 4-hour time frame, but the weekly is still down bad. You never want to get way too excited and think a bottom is in way too early. Honestly, it could take time for a bottom to form, maybe even up to a span of weeks or months. And if we're talking about Bitcoin specifically, we have been in a downtrend since the start of the year, and I do believe that currently we are accumulating and forming that bottom, but no one's ever gonna know exactly when that is. So during this accumulation phase, that's when you want to just continue to buy. Now, outside of the actual price, you want to look at macroeconomic factors, and these could be anything from regulations going on in the government to crypto news coming out online. The big thing that I keep highlighting are the tariffs that Trump is putting out, and recently we have seen an ease on them, and that's why the market is starting to slightly recover. We have seen that the GameStop company wants to use Bitcoin as a reserve asset. They are planning on raising $1 billion just to buy Bitcoin. Another thing to look at is social media sentiment, specifically on X, because there is a big crypto community there. You can see these big name accounts and what they are posting. I'm not saying that you should blindly follow these accounts if they are either bullish or bearish, but normally you can get a good sentiment just by looking at the timeline. And honestly, when everyone starts turning bearish, you might want to turn a little bullish. Now, this is all fundamental analysis, but let's jump into the technicals. And these would be things like chart patterns or indicators that are flashing. I'm sure many of you have seen the typical chart patterns that lead to a breakout or a breakdown. But if I'm being honest, I believe in the concept of less is more. You don't want too many lines or indicators drawn on the chart. Just keep it super simple. Diving into the charts, we are currently sitting at a huge support, and these can always be great times to buy, but we have to see if it will hold. And it's always nice to look at historical data to see how the future will unfold. This is a form of predictive modeling or forecasting, which can lead to great results. And historically, with Bitcoin's price, April is a great month, and we have also started off the year with a terrible quarter, so maybe we can see some relief in the market. Another good indicator of market recovery are these altcoins that start to move hard. When these coins start moving, you need to recognize that money is coming back into the market, and money in crypto is constantly rotated, which will eventually go back to the majors. We've seen some coins recently do very well. Circling back to the morning routine meme, there was actually a coin made of it, and this coin gained popularity fast as it ran up 1,000% in the span of a couple days. Now, just like most meme coins, a lot of these pumps are not sustainable, and a lot of people sell off that pump. So we did see about a 90% dump after that run up, but other coins have been running since. All of this can be a great indicator of where the market is headed, and if you combine that fundamental and technical analysis together, then you can predict where the market could go. You have to be very fluid in this market and ready to change at a moment's notice. Meaning, if you were bearish yesterday and you see something bullish that comes out now, then you should be willing to change. And I completely understand that this can be very confusing and it's hard to navigate in this current market state. But I want to help you take the stress off your shoulders. All you have to do is reach out to me and I can get you set up in my coaching program. I will sit down with you one-on-one and I can break down all my fundamental and technical analysis, as well well as other strategies that I didn't highlight in this video so that you can be successful in this market. And let's not forget that I'm putting videos out like this every single week. So if you like what you're seeing, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell button so you don't miss another one of my videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.